Hello everyone, this is Katie here. Today in this video, I'm going to explain you English literature poem Mr. Fly. Mr. Fly is a very funny poem in which I'm going to narrate you about a fly, and I will explain all its activities. So keep on watching the video. Happy digital learning. Have a good day. All of us know what is a fly is. In our daily life, we see fly everywhere around us. In our dining table, when we have tea, in our house, jumping on the food here and there, when we have tea, when we have any sweets, we see fly everywhere. Fly is very interesting animal, very active too. It cannot be caught easily. Though they are harmful also because they are the carrier of many infectious diseases like dengue and all, diarrhea. So we should keep our food cover so that this fly doesn't roam here and there. Fly is a part of our daily activities and daily life. Especially in the sweet shop, you will see many flies. And whenever we try to catch them, they fly away. So I'm going to explain you more about these activities in this poem, which make you laugh, make you smile. And you might be thinking that really it happens. And it must have happened in your life too. So such an interesting and active creature is fly. So first of all, I'm going to explain you the complete poem of Mr. Fly as it is in your textbook. And after that, I'm going to explain the whole poem. So, the whole poem is divided into two stanzas basically. In fact, you may say three stanzas. The whole poem is divided into three stanzas or paragraphs. And this poem is written by Thomas Miller. The poet is Thomas Miller. Thomas Miller, who stayed between 1807 to 1874, was born in Lincolnshire in England. He was a poet and a novelist who wrote extensively on rural subject. Rural subject mean related to village and towns, not cities. So he has written many things on rural subject. The theme was basically rural. Now I'm going to explain, I'm going to read out first the poem to you, and after that I'm going to explain you the poem. So keep on watching from beginning to end and pay attention and keep on hearing properly and try to understand. So let's read about the poem. Pay attention. I'm going to read out the poem for you as it is in the textbook. Mr. Fly. What a sharp little fellow is Mr. Fly. He goes where he pleases, low or high, and can walk just as well with his feet to the sky as I can on the floor. At the window he comes with a buzz and a roar, and over the smooth glass can easily pass, or through the keyhole of the door. He eats the sugar and goes away, nor ever once asks what there is to pay. And sometimes he crosses the teapot steam and comes and plunges his head in the cream. Then on the edge of the jug he stands and cleans his wings with his feet and hands. This done, through the window he hurries away and gives a buzz as if to say, "At present I haven't a minute to stay, but I will peep again in the course of the day." Then away he will fly where the sunbeams lie, and neither stop to shake hands nor bid one goodbye. Such a strange little fellow is Mr. Fly, who goes where he pleases, low or high, and can walk on the ceiling without ever feeling a fear of tumbling down sky high. So this was the complete poem of Mr. Fly by Thomas Miller. So I have read out the poem for you. I hope you like the poem. And now I am going to explain you stanza wise. So pay attention and watch the video attentively and hear in full manner, in an alert way, so that you can understand. I am going to explain you the first stanza line by line. Stanza 1. What a sharp little fellow is Mr. Fly. That's when the narrator, the poet. The narrator, the poet, Mr. Thomas Miller, is referring to Mr. Fly by saying little fellow, and he is very sharp. Why? What a sharp little fellow is Mr. Fly. Why he has been referred as sharp? Mr. Fly is referred as sharp because all of us know that a fly flies very speedily. It is not easy to catch the fly. We try many times to catch it, but it is very difficult to catch it or hold in our hand. It flies away, and it always remains alert whenever it sits on the tea or whenever it sits on any substance or any sweets or any food. And when we try to kill by stamping on it, or kill by tapping on it or try to hold off it, but the fly flies away. That means it is very active and it remains very alert and vigilant, that if anybody is trying to catch it, trying to kill it, and it flies away. That's why, due to its cleverness, activeness, and alertness, Mr. Fly is referred by the poet as sharp. So what a sharp little fellow is Mr. Fly. He goes where he pleases, low or high. Yes, fly has the freedom to go anywhere. It goes anywhere. It can fly in a higher places, it can fly in a lower places, it can sit on the ground, it can fly and sit on our nose, it can sit on our head, it can touch anyone. So the fly has the independence. He has the freedom to do anything, to fly any places, whether it's low or high. Let's move ahead. And can walk just as well with his feet to the sky as I can on the floor. That's mean in the air also with his feet, fly, walk and fly so smoothly. It seems that the fly is in the air, it stays like that as we stays on the ground with our feet. It becomes very difficult for us. Not very difficult, it is impossible for us to remain hanging in the air. It is not possible for human beings. But flies, it remains in the sky as it is walking like us, and it's put its feet very firmly. You must have seen it flying in the air and it stays so easily. It is the nature. Now let's move ahead. At the window he comes with a buzz and a roar. Buzz is a sound. Like any fly, you must have heard in your ear the sound they make, like this buzz sound. This is created by the fly. So at the window he comes with a buzz and a roar, and over the smooth glass can easily pass or through the keyhole of the door. Here the poet wants to say that how the fly enters our house. How it enters the human house? By window, through the glass window, through the keyhole, even the small passage of the keyhole, they can enter. The fly is so tiny, so small, that it can pass through tiny hole of the keyhole also, and it can enter our house through the window, through any holes or passages that remains in our house. So this was the ending of first passage, first paragraph, and now I'm going to explain you the second passage, the second stanza, the second paragraph. So pay attentively, hear it, what I say, and watch the video. Stanza 2. He eats the sugar and goes away, nor ever once asks what there is to pay. Whenever we humans buy anything, we have to pay, we have to ask for the money to the shopkeeper. But these flies, they don't have to pay anything. They eat the sugar, they eat anything, and they go away without paying anything. What a marvelous life they have. We also dream sometime it could have happened with us. It would have been so wonderful. Now let's move ahead. And sometimes he crosses the teapot steam and comes and plunges his head in the cream. You must have seen that crosses whenever we have tea, it crosses over the steam from the kettle where it is coming out. You can see in this picture the steam is coming out and the bees passes through it, over it. And sometimes the flies, sits on the cream of our tea, we feel very angry, but they can do anything. And comes and plunges his head in the cream. Then on the edge of the jug he stands. You will find that on the edge, वो जो किनारा होता है जग का, they sometimes just sits there also, and cleans his wings with his feet and hands. And cleans his wings with feet and hands. That means they fly. They move they shake their body, they shake their wings over it at the edge of the jug. Money, they can do anything without taking our permission. They are so much free. This done through the window, he hurries away and gives a buzz as if to say. And as when they are about to sit on the edge of the jug, and with the same window, they generally goes from where they have come into our house. But they enter and they sit on our tea, they sit on our cups. And after that they fly, they don't stay in the house for late, and they fly away very hurriedly. And they go away so hurriedly, and they move their wings and feet and shake their wings so speedily as if the fly is trying to say, at present I haven't a minute to stay. Oh, it seems that the fly is so busy. They have no time. They have to go away. They cannot remain. They cannot stay for a minute also, as if the fly want to say. But I will peep in again in the course of the day. But it also gives the message that don't worry, now I am going. But again I will peep into your house. Again I will enter your house another time of the day, whenever I want. I have no restriction in coming and going out of your house. Whenever I want I can come. Whenever I want I can go. And by saying this, the flies go out of the window from where it comes, so that they can come anytime, next time again, from the same window. So this was the end of second stanza, second paragraph I have explained. Now I am explaining the last paragraph, the last stanza. Pay attention. Then away he will fly where the sunbeam lie. And again from the window they go out, and where the sunbeam in the sunlight are there. That means when the daylight is there, we see that they are flying here and there again outside, and neither stop to shake hands nor bid one goodbye. The poet want to say they are so mannerless creature. These flies knows no manner. They don't say goodbye while going, and they don't shake hands with anybody. They are mannerless. Whatever they want to do, they do by their own. Such a strange little fellow is Mr. Fly. In this way, such a strange creature is Mr. Fly, according to Thomas Miller. That's when they are free, they have freedom to go anywhere, and they can do anything. They sit on our sweets, they can taste it, they can go whenever they want, they can come in our house whenever they want, they can go on our from our house. They don't say any greetings when they come, they don't say goodbye whenever they go. Such a life has Mr. Fly, and such a strange little fellow is Mr. Fly. So who goes where he pleases low and high, and can walk on the ceiling without ever feeling. And Fly can also, you will see that they are walking on the ceiling also without having the fear of falling down. And can walk on the ceiling without ever feeling a fear of tumbling down sky high. They are so high and they don't have the fear of falling down because they know how to walk. They are adapted in that way that they can walk and they can creep and move on the ceiling also. So this was all. The whole complete poem I have explained you. This was the end of third stanza also. So I have explained you first stanza, second stanza, and third stanza of the poem. I hope you must have liked this poem. You must have understood the whole poem and you must have enjoyed. So keep on watching my video and enjoy digital learning. Goodbye. See you again.